Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Observable Flutter. I'm your host, Craig Labenz, and today we're going to be diving into, I'm pretty darn sure, Flutter's most sophisticated integration testing framework offered freely to us all on pub.dev by the good folks at LeanCode. And I'm really excited to get into this one because admittedly, integration testing, really getting into the nitty gritty platform stuff just feels like one of the scariest things to me. And I've not really gone that deep into it myself, but that's what Patrol is here to help us with, because it turns out I don't think a lot of people want to go that deep into it. So remember, folks, this is the Flutter community. So let's be on our best behavior. That's what we all expect out of ourselves. So today's guest is a prolific engineer from LeanCode. I should have put leancode.co. Mateusz Wojtczak. And I'm very excited to welcome Mate, I believe, is the conversational name we're going with for the show today. So Mate, welcome to Observable Flutter. Would you like to say a few words about yourself?
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Mati. Full name Mateusz.
Mati.
Yeah, it's Mati.
That was close.
And it's cool. And yeah, I'm a head of mobile at LeanCode. But today I'm here as a patrol team member. I would say one of the creators. We'll be talking about Patrol, end-to-end testing tool for Flutter apps that solves all the issues that you would have with native automations and all the stuff that is hard to be done with Flutter integration testing. So today we'll be talking about Patrol. We will try to teach Craig how to use Patrol. Hopefully we'll be doing good at it. And yeah, what can I say more? I'm excited. Hello, everyone. It's good to be here.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm just looking at some chat here, and Randall not down with testing. What's that? Good to see everybody. Yeah. So, oh yes, did you mention the feedback form already? Did you say that?
No, not yet.
Somehow,
yeah,
Randall
so
just reading. Oh, that's so funny. So Randall says,
funny.
yeah, that's what feedback forms are for instead of testing. But actually, you've also wanted to make sure we show the Patrol feedback form. So folks, I'm going to drop this link a couple of times during the stream today and just jot it down. Or, if you use Patrol and then have an informed opinion about it, please visit this URL and tell the folks from LeanCode just how it went for you. And I don't know, I haven't looked at the feedback form, so whatever questions it asks.
Yeah, so after 2 years of doing a library, we thought that a feedback form would be nice. So it's actually first time we officially gather feedback. So hopefully we'll have some thoughts from that and a roadmap.
Nice, yeah. So tell me a little bit about how you got in. How did LeanCode decide that they wanted to invest this level, put this level of investment, these many resources into an integration testing framework? Because every app out there has presumably had non-zero need for this, yet to my knowledge, you're the only ones to really tackle it in this way.
Yeah, so that's an excellent question. So to start this story, when we first because we previously before Flutter, we did we not only do apps. This is the first thing. We have the backend, front end, DevOps and QA team. This is very important, and the QA team does. As well, manual testing, of course, but also automated testing. So we do front-end apps. Yeah.
One thought here. A couple of comments in the chat about your volume maybe being a little low. Are you able to turn up your input volume a little bit?
Probably. Let me check.
All right. I don't know if it's just
So
my...
right now, is it better?
Oh, that's better. That's real good.
All right.
Apparently, ResoCoder has done a nice tutorial on Patrol. ResoCoder's Patrol tutorials are all great, so that's awesome.
Yeah, it's true. ResoCoder also worked on Patrol, also works on Patrol team, because he works at LeanCode right now. So it's a great collaboration having him on the team, because he's basically the best tutorial maker, I would say, tutorial creator in the Flutter world, and very known for that. And he has the best voice, I would say, his radio voice. So yeah, we are grateful to have him, and he's created a full tutorial of setup and starter testing project, and it has been released, I believe, a couple days ago or something like that, because we wanted to release everything. So if some things are not working today, it's because we wanted to release a lot of features and stuff for today's video. So coming back to the question, because there was a question about why Patrol and why integration testing. So with, for example, in front-end scenarios, they have already created Cypress, I don't know, Puppeteer, Playwright, a lot of tools that enable our QA automated team that they can just test end-to-end scenarios. And we thought, okay, let's do the same with mobile apps. So we have Flutter, and we tried to use integration test, of course. First Flutter driver, because there was no integration test in the first place. And so we started with Flutter driver, then Flutter integration test. And it worked great until you want to do one certain thing, which is interact with anything that's native. So this is something that's pretty much a blocker, typically, because you might think, okay, maybe I don't need native stuff, I will mock it. So first thing that you try to do is, okay, I can mock this, mock that, so that there's minimum interaction with native stuff. But in the end, if you want to end-to-end test something, it means end-to-end you want to be as close to the real scenario. So sometimes you have a critical business path, like, I don't know, you have an e-commerce app, and you want to check if someone can buy things. So you want to, interact with some PayPal or other third-party SDK that's native. Yeah.
Can I cut in real quick here? First of all, a funny comment, and then of just a very real comment. So the real comment, can we get a total beginner explanation of what Patrol even is? I'm kind of dancing around it here, but this comment makes me realize we haven't actually just said exactly what Patrol is.
It's true.
So would you like to do that, or would you like me to take a swing at it as an outsider, and then you can correct? You could refine.
Yeah. It's sounds fun.
So I would say Patrol, and you were just kind of getting to this, but I really want to talk about Patrol from someone who's never heard of it and has no idea what we're talking about. So yeah, Patrol is a library to verify all the stuff in your Flutter app that is outside of Dart code. So it was just saying integrating with different platform things, maybe payment stuff, maybe bottom sheet modals, maybe Apple Pay, Google Pay, those kinds of things that are, if they break, then your Flutter app may totally fall apart. And excuse me, as it is, without something like Patrol, it's just really not clear what is the best way to go about having any kind of, it's not a unit test really, but an integration test, an end-to-end test for that kind of stuff. Does that fully capture it, do you think, what Patrol is?
Yeah, so it's not only about the native things, it's about all the things. So it's both Flutter world and native world, so that you can perform end-to-end testing scenario. So like a user would do, you would like to do full scenario that user would do, and it's just that, and it's a tool for that, and then you can just run it. So
yeah, you have that really nice jQuery style selection API to find different widgets in the widget tree, which for anyone who's not used jQuery, that won't mean much, but you can substitute that for extremely easy, really wonderful developer experience. So that's true. Definitely some full Dart testing utilities as well.
yeah, it's you mean Patrol Finders. It's another package that's I would say subset of our product, but Patrol Finders is a great library, I think, because you mentioned jQuery. We thought, I can see the comment in the chat, Patrol reduces so much boilerplate. This is what Patrol Finders do. Because jQuery was great in one thing, finding things, I would say. So we thought, okay, it was great to find things with $sign. And we thought, okay, it might be great to do the same in Flutter. That's why Patrol Finders actually were created. Because you had a lot of tester.tap, tester.tester. And a lot of pump and settle, which is great in a scenario like when you write, low-level widget tests with Flutter test. So we thought Flutter community deserves a higher level API for that, like a bit of abstraction, because usually you don't care about pumping and settling. So if you care, you can still do that, but you just might want to have some sweet spot defaults there. And I think that Patrol Finders are that sweet spot defaults.
Nice, right? Yeah, it certainly doesn't replace or make it any harder to use. To use the original Flutter testing utilities. Okay, so you
under the hood, it's still Flutter. Just to mention to everyone, under the hood, it's still Flutter Finder. It's not something that you cannot escape.
Right. So you were talking about you've got LeanCode does more than just front end. You do back end stuff as well, and so you started getting in these integration tests, and you've been working on Patrol for 2 years. I saw you present on it in Turin back in February. I think that was this year.
We met there, right?
Yes, right. And that was not Patrol was not new at the time. You'd already been working on it for over a year. So kind of where do you feel like the library is at right now in terms of maturity versus where you think it will ultimately end up?
That's a great question, and it's very hard to answer. I would say in terms of maturity for Android and iOS, I would say it's pretty mature. We use it in some very mature enterprise Flutter app scenarios and environments with physical and virtual device farms, environments with a lot of native tools that were only available for native developers. Because before Patrol, a lot of testing tools Firebase Test Lab, it was available because it was compatible with Flutter pretty much early. But for example, a lot of other tools, Android only or iOS only, were unavailable for Flutter apps, and Patrol unlocked a lot of stuff. So when it's a bit of enabler also in terms of adapting Flutter, because in enterprise environments they can tell you that, for example, they have some quality gates, and you need to, for example, adopt their tools that they already have, and they can ask you, okay, can you use this and this farm with Flutter? And now you can say yes, because Patrol just builds a native test. In the end, we build an Android test or an iOS test. So from the outside, you don't have to know that we use Flutter under the hood, like the app is Flutter. You just you just launch native Android tests or XC, Xcode tests, stuff like that.
I love responding while I'm muted. Some folks in the chat have said that there's a little echo when I talk. I hear it myself as well. It's very annoying. I apologize. I'd probably have to restart my computer to get rid of it because that really shouldn't be happening. There's nothing connecting the audio in that way. I think it's a Mac OS error. Oh, Echo started after they increased the volume. But you have headphones on, Mati. You're hearing everything through your headphones, right?
Yeah, but we can check if I mute, if it's cool.
All right, you're muted. I'm talking. Whoa, that did fix it. Whoa. Wow. How did you work that out?
And right now?
Okay, testing again, testing.
Yeah, it should be right.
Testing. Huh, all right. Look at us. Not only are we going to work on testing some Flutter apps here, but we're even going to test the audio setup and troubleshoot this live stream. Like we're doing it live. So it's very meta. Okay, Echo went away. Confirmed. Look at us, folks. So you have given me a GitHub link, which I have cloned and started to run. And that is the Patrol workshop, the Patrol starter sandbox and whatnot. Do you think the time has arrived for us to switch over to that and start testing stuff?
Yeah, sure. Essentially, it's a quiz. Maybe some of you who attended FlutterCon, you might already know the quiz because the quiz was at our LeanCode booth on the conference. But essentially, we want Craig to complete the quiz and win the game. This is what we want to achieve. I will try to walk you through the whole Patrol setup and completing the quiz, but just by writing the code and not touching the screen manually, of course, because we want to automate everything. So this is the app. Yeah.
I see. I understand now.
You get the idea. Okay. So basically, you can see the app. So go to the quiz is what we want to do today. Yeah. And we can start the quiz. Yeah. You can choose your nickname.
What should my nickname be?
We
about
don't check
big,
any
dumb
characters.
idiot. How about that? And
you have to pick LeanCode's colors, but you can look at me and you probably will get that from the picture.
Okay, there we go. I didn't even see it. The hardest part of any kind of user testing is that most users can't read, including myself. So I hadn't even read the sentence. To confirm you're not a robot, pick LeanCode's colors. I was just like, oh, what color do I want?
Maybe you are a robot.
No, I'm putting the idiot back in big dumb idiot. All right. So I'm ready to start. Are you ready?
But you can, if you want to, you can. It depends on you. You might want go like through the quiz manually and know already what happens next, or you can pick the hard way so that you will write the code and hot restart the test, and we will go further and further up until the end. I think it's more exciting path.
Yeah, we're gonna do that way.
Challenge.
Yeah, we'll do that. Also, I mean, so I did not do this test at the thing. I just felt like I shouldn't take up a space in line. So I haven't seen this quiz from the conference where you presented it. So I'm really coming in ignorant here, like I come into most situations.
It's a great test then. All right. So
this app that we're looking at here, all right, I need to take a second and actually understand. You said we're all going to be in one file here. So
yes,
but I need to take a second to
it's
understand.
Not the file. It's not the file. We will be in the file, but it will be quiztest.dart. It's already there. But first,
we don't care about main.dart. Is that right?
Yeah. We want to set up Patrol first, so that we have to go to the docs, like a user would do. and we will try to be sure that everything's in place.
All right, Flutter, Patrol. Look at that. Let's make the text really big so everyone can read it.
Yeah,
it's like
it comes also in dark mode, if you prefer that.
I don't really care, but I know a lot of people seem to feel personally aggrieved by things not in dark mode. All right. Patrol is a powerful open source UI testing framework designed specifically for Flutter apps and released in September 2022. All right, great. Why choose Patrol? Well, because it's the subject of the stream. So that's why. But why would someone else do it? To unlock native platform features right within your Flutter tests with Patrol, you can interact with permission dialogues, notifications, and web views, all things I wouldn't know how to do without Patrol. Modify device settings, toggle Wi-Fi, and more. Same. Achieve all this effortlessly using plain Dart code.
Just incredible. It's very important. It's the only tool I know where you can just write Dart code and test all the native stuff.
Yeah, pretty incredible. So intuitive, right? Test writing, blah, blah, blah. Say goodbye to things that stink. All right, let's get into it.
So you can go to the install. Yeah, it's cool.
Now, I know I've done this on my personal computer. I don't know if I've done this on my work computer. Well, we'll see.
By the way, what Flutter do you have? The Flutter version, because it's important.
Basically the master channel as of like the last 36 hours. Is that a bad thing?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. I did check it only on the stable branch, but it's cool. We will.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll do a little advanced reconnaissance work here for you.
Okay. So we have a CLI. Just to tell everyone. So we need you to install our CLI, which comes with the doctor command as well, because we do a lot of stuff on the build side. That's why we need to have a CLI, because we need to run some Gradle commands and Xcode stuff.
The dark mode of the browser is not having a great contrast with the dark mode of my terminal. All right, enable analytics. Let's do it.
Thanks.
Uh-oh, we're off to a bad start. May need to switch to the stable channel.
Oh, no. We will see what's happening. So actually, Android Home is the only one that would be needed. But we can try without that. It should be working, I think.
Okay. And then, yes, right.
Because for iOS, we won't need stuff for today.
Okay.
So it's cool.
So I don't need this one then. But we are going to try without Android Home, so we don't need to set it?
I believe it would work. You can set Android Home, but I think it could work. And probably it's the exception is because from the master channel, the output of Flutter Doctor is different, probably.
All right,
I don't know. We didn't check the master, but
I see.
But yeah, we could.
So do you want to just move forward on master, or should I just switch to stable?
No. Let's try, and we will see.
All right.
Then we will in case of something not working, we will just go to the stable or something. So if you use FVM, there's a warning, like you can use it, but you have to set something else so that we know what FVM you use, or Puro, I would say. It's a different FVM. Yeah. So I saw that you don't use it. You just use Flutter command. We can go to the next step, which is adding a dependency.
Now, this is not in the workshop yet.
I'm not sure, but it won't hurt. Yeah.
Okay, it's already there.
We'll try to update. Yeah.
Okay, Patrol section in your pub spec.
Yeah, now we add the section so that Patrol knows what's your name of the app or package name, some defaults, so that when you would like to, go to your app or tap on something, you would know which one is that. So are you on the right branch? I think you are
of
because
the
I sent you a
workshop?
specific branch. Yeah.
Oh, I'm on the master branch. Sorry.
Okay, so you can check out Observable Flutter probably. That's why, because I'm seeing things that
Weren't what you were
should
expecting.
not be there.
Okay.
Yeah. I prepared a branch for you. Yeah.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna have to probably go back to. How do I fetch all the branches? I thought is it like git fetch all or something?
Git fetch
There's something.
work.
Yeah, it's not pulling down. Oh no, I think it is. This is a problem with my.
You can do git checkout, Observable Flutter with the dash. Yeah. Cool.
Oh, okay, that's
You
fine.
can reset this. It's cool.
Oh, I don't like when VS Code opens these other repositories. Like, I'm not working on that right now. I don't want that. All right, go away, go away.
Yeah, so the master branch is there because we also do some stuff for the workshops. And this is a repository that we use for the workshops, like for example, at the conferences, when we do a patrol workshop for newcomers, then we use this repository as well. And we have different branches for different scenarios. So
all right, so now patrol is not a dev dependency, so we can run that command again.
Yes. Great. So we can go to the next step.
All right.
Which is this one. Yeah.
I see we were getting some Git help in the chat. Eternally, Git is hard. So thank you for that. All right. So now we're going to add this section, which is not going to conflict with anything currently in the file. The bottom, no patrol section.
And we can just use Android for today. So
okay.
And so the other stuff you can delete, and probably you might want to change the package name because your repository has a different package name, which you can find, or I can tell you right now.
Yeah, you can just tell me where would I be looking for this? Like,
so yeah, it's pl.leancode.patrol.challenge.
All right. Now, where would I find that?
And you can also have probably
build.grade all main activity. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the app name would be the one that you would see in your emulator, but you can type dev challenge, and dev is in caps.
Like,
I don't know if it's so important, but yeah, because usually when you tap on the screen of launcher, you might want to. Sometimes you want to go to some app by name, and then it knows what's your name basically. Okay, so we can go back to the docs.
Okay. Back to the docs. All right. So example app, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we just did that. If you don't want to get back, looking good. All right. Integrate with the native side. First 3 steps are common across platforms. The rest is platform specific. So we are only going to do Android, which you mentioned is easier to set up. So that's what we'll do. So go to this thing. If there are no such folders, create them. Remember to replace com example my app to path created by your package name.
So
all right, so we need to make this file.
Yeah, exactly. And we need to do it in a specific directory because that's how Android requires us to do.
All right, so I'm going to make sure I am, in fact, in that spot. So cd Android.
And you probably don't have Android test directory.
Yep, you are correct. Make dir Android test. So then I won't have any of these other things. Isn't there like
in VS
maker
Code you
-p
can
or
actually
something? Does everything?
okay.
I think this is the flag. I haven't really
It's
used
not
this in a
com
long time.
example because it's your
Oh, that was literally what the thing said, is to don't do that.
yeah. You know how writing docs is hard? It's very hard. Like
I do know how writing docs is hard. Yeah. So I need to get rid of that breakpoint and get the actual path. So I need to go into Android, app, source. So for
main
me, yeah, main Java.
Kotlin, unfortunately
Kotlin.
here, but
Okay.
it would be the same path like here.
There we go. PL, LeanCode, Patrol,
Yeah,
Challenge.
because
I need
it's
all of
usually
those.
the same. Like Android uses this Java notation convention of doing it like a package inside Java code.
So I need to go all the way to Challenge, right?
Yes.
All right. I've made that folder.
Yeah, and
test.
now we have to create this one file.
Yeah, and that was main activity test on
maybe
Java.
a bit about why we are doing it, okay? So that everyone knows why it's so, I would say, complicated. It's because like literally we have a main activity, right? You have a main activity on your left. It's in Kotlin. It's usually how Flutter creates an Android project. It creates a main activity KT. So what we're gonna do from the native side perspective, from the Android perspective, we are gonna do the test for the main activity, literally. So from the native side, it will be a test class that's testing a main activity, which is our app. And it's technically correct because we will be testing main activity. So that's why we have to create a test file, because from the native perspective, there needs to be a test file. If we want to test an activity, we have to have a separate test. And in this Android test, it's like Android test is another it's not a flavor, but it's like another dimension that's another module that your app is building. So basically it won't be compiled within your app. It's like the same like with dev dependencies or something. So this Android test will be a separate APK actually, and it's called a test APK. And the same is on iOS. It would create a separate app, because usually on both Android and iOS with the instrumentation tests, you have a different app, a test app that's literally testing your app under test. So your app is an app under test, and the test app is testing it. So now we are creating the test app from the native perspective. And we try to do it as little as possible with the setup, but it's hard, and we didn't want to generate it because we thought that it's worse to have a bad generator than to tell people how to paste it, usually.
So that addresses this comment.
Yes, exactly.
This could be automated, yeah.
It could be. It could be. We are working on that, but we don't want to, end up with what I said, like having a script that not always works. Because this is the worst thing. If you say you automated something, but it's doing the wrong job and it doesn't compile or something. So basically, the first line is important for you, which has the comment to replace the package.
So this is PL, LeanCode,
Patrol.
Patrol. Okay.
Patrol
And then
dot challenge. Yes. All right, great. And the other, like the rest of the file should be okay because you have main activity. And here's the comment that some of the Flutter apps use IO Flutter embedding Android Flutter activity class. Some of the Flutter apps, but usually when you Flutter create for the last, I don't know, a year or something. You should have just the main activity. So this is the default right now. All right, we can go back to the docs. We are coming to the end of the setup.
So Randall's on fire today. Talking about the risk of having bad automation. It's like Gradle and Pod. Yeah, absolutely. Doesn't always work, but at least it's a black box. Yeah, so you don't want to go down that route. All right. So we've added this test file, going back to the documentation and scrolling down. So go to the build.gradle file located in Android app, and then add these 2 lines to the default config section. Can do build.gradle in the app directory, and then in our default config. There we are.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to
Great.
read what these actually say. Test instrumentation runner. So this is...
It's already in the
Java
patrol.
path
This
of the
class,
runner.
this class is imported by the patrol plugin. It's actually in the patrol plugin. So with Flutter plugins, as you might already know, you do the native code, and this is native Java, Kotlin, Swift files would be imported into your project automatically when you add the plugin to your pubspec YAML.
Yep,
So you
yep.
added patrol to your dev dependencies so that you could use this patrol JUnit runner here.
All right, now to the Android section. And this is still in the app build Gradle. Was the Android section up higher? No. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to put this at the root of that section, which could go right here, I believe.
Yes. Great.
Okay. Looking good. We're almost there. Maybe. I have no idea. All right, now we're going to add this to the dependencies section. That, I believe, is at the bottom. Normally. Nope, not today. Oh, there is no dependency section. Am I just missing it? I don't see it.
Yeah, there is no dependencies section by default, especially in small apps if you didn't use any of the native stuff.
Dependencies. Okay, I do know how to.
And actually, right
spell.
now, I'm thinking that we could add this information there. That usually you might not have it, because if you didn't add it, you probably don't have it.
All right. Bear in mind that ProGuard can lead to some problems if not well configured. Well, I don't know what ProGuard is, but I'm guessing
it's
Android
basically
developers do.
obfuscation stuff.
Yeah.
If you use obfuscation, it might get just,
a little tricky.
Tidied up in the compilation. But of course, it's like something that you don't want to do during your tests. It's not important right now, and it's not important for today. It's for people that, for example, have some, financing app, and they have all of the obfuscation stuff like that turned on. Okay, so create a simple integration test. That's where we are.
All right, so let's go back to... Do we have an integration test folder?
Yes, you had it.
Oh, we do. Yeah. There we go. Nice. So new file, example test, I believe, although this really won't matter a ton. But we'll call it the same thing. Paste in the code. So this is going to use patrol test, which is coming from patrol.
Yes.
And the counter state is the same. Oh, but we don't have the counter app anymore. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, because it matters what you pump with the widget tests and all that stuff. So if you pump a widget that's a material app, it could be a counter. But for today, we actually have a quiz test already for you.
Oh, so we can just skip the example test.
We can actually start with quiz test.
Yeah, okay.
You don't have to delete this file. It's up to you.
Okay.
You already have a quiz test in the same. Yeah. So quiz can be completed. We have to prove that. And actually, you might run the command that is in the docs, like the last one. But I can tell you that you can just go to your terminal on the bottom, and you can run patrol patrol develop, which is for developing the tests, and it will be restarting the tests over and over again. And then space -t, and you would have the target file, which is a quiz test. So it's integration test / quiz test.
Mm-hmm.
And you can either put flavor def in here or in your pubspec YAML. Because in your
where would it go in the pub spec?
We have in patrol section, we also you can also pass flavor.
So it'd be like flavor dev or something.
Yeah, it's just a value.
Same line.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, I'll leave it there and remove the flag. Okay. Oh, look at this. Press enter.
So we will see if it works with master Flutter branch. So you have the emulator. Okay, great.
Yeah, we're probably nearly ready to put that on permanently on top mode again.
Oh, you
right.
You have some custom Java. We will see.
Yeah, I think I needed that at some point for... I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't even know how to change Java versions.
I thought you might I thought you might have a stable setup. So before this stream, I thought, he probably has some stable Flutter and, Android Studio Java and everything's that's default for the stream. And now it's not there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I forget why I needed something newer than 17. Honestly, I'm quite ignorant of all things Java, so I don't even really remember. I was working on something and I needed a newer one, I think. Or maybe this has been a thorn in my side for a long time. I literally don't even know.
Yeah, actually we can fix that because you can see the error that were there about Java, because with your Java some things cannot compile within the Kotlin. It's further in the log.
All right, so should I just try to switch back to Java 17? Though I have to confess, I literally don't have any idea how to do that. Someone in the chat probably knows how I can switch.
Do you have Android Studio? Because if you have Android Studio somewhere installed, we can just change the path so that it gets the Java from Android Studio. Usually it will just work. Because inside your Android Studio, you have something like JBR, which is Java Bundled Runtime, and you can just use that. So you can check your, I don't know, do you use Z Shell or Bash? So you can check your profile file or some file that you use for path changing and stuff like that.
All right, so here's my
Hopefully you don't have any tokens in here. Okay.
Don't think so.
Okay. So as you can see already, you have a path. You can export Android Home, and it's inside this directory applications, Android Studio app, contents, macOS. But you might want to go there, actually open it in the Finder so that we will see, because I'm not sure I know the path. Like, if I remember it correctly, I will just echo mine.
Wait, what? String not in. Oh, I probably need to. I don't have it escaped right now, so I need this, I think. There we go. Gonna need some more space here. So studio, not a directory.
So what? Okay, so go one directory up, and then you should have something like JBR.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's contents and home inside.
Okay.
So try setting your Java home to this path.
Not bin or anything, just this path.
No, just this path.
All right.
because Java Home is
Java Home or Android Home?
Java Home. Java Home is one step before the bin. It's their convention.
Okay.
But
so this, like, as an environment variable?
Yes.
Okay.
And let's see if that works. And Android Home is different. You can actually, Android Home is different. And
different as in I should have a different path. Funny, actually.
Yeah, it's from the SDK that you have somewhere. Usually it's, I think, your home/library/Android/SDK. You have some directory like that. Usually Android Studio installs there.
Sorry, I was reading chat for a second here. So this is home/library.
Yeah. Android, just. And SDK. Yeah, this is the this should be your Android home. This path.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Look at this. I wonder why I had. I'm going to comment this out because
Flutter. What Flutter does, it's very smart because it actually tries to outsmart your path, and it tries to find Android Studio on your computer if, in case you don't, set the Flutter config yourself. So first we tried to be very Unix-like and only use path and environmental variables. Now we try to use the output of Flutter. But still, like, if the Java is incompatible with our code, we cannot do anything. So maybe we can try to do this again. I don't know if you sourced the environment.
I just ran these. I ran these lines.
Okay.
Okay, so
you probably want to go back to your directory with the patrol workshop.
Oh, right. Indeed. Good catch. So I think it was just from this directory. Okay.
Let's try and see. Yeah. If it doesn't work, I have one more idea, so it's cool. We might. Okay. Maybe it will work today.
Fingers crossed.
I'm still using Java, so we might need to change the path. Maybe you can, in another, let's see, you can do which Java or where Java, so that you will see where's your Java. Okay, so what we can do.
So is there,
yes.
Does Android Studio come with
its own Java? Yes.
Its own Java, right. So if we put that in the beginning of the path, then that should work.
It's Java home/bin. The path where is the Java. Their Java. It's Java, like your Java home. It's now the path /bin. It's your path to the Java that's in Android Studio.
All right, so I just need to put this in the front of my path, essentially, along with bin, is what you're saying.
Yes.
All right.
Exactly like that.
So we're going to add this, but it's got to go in the beginning, and it's going to be Java home/bin. So does this look right?
I think so. You can check if Java home/bin has Java, so that we won't waste our time for seeing the error. But I think so.
That's great.
It has Java.
It does have Java. All right,
now we will
put this in my path.
We will be compliant with all the Android Studio official way. So why people don't have to put that is that because Flutter has in Flutter tools repository, Flutter has this nice Android Studio.dart file where it's searching for Android Studio in your computer.
Sorry, I was reading a little chat and resourcing because I couldn't remember if I did. Everyone was saying to relaunch the terminal, but now it's in the front of the path. Are we ready to run it again, or do I need, or were you just
So
saying something else
which
that you need to do
Java?
first?
So if you run which Java is correct. Okay, let's try now. I think now it should work.
Short circuit. Oh, it's still 21.
Maybe maybe you use some, I don't know. What do you use for Androids? Maybe you use some preview? I don't know. I'd also use preview and it's working for me.
Now, yeah, so is it possible in Android Studio to just change
Yes, it is. It's in
Java
tools
version?
or languages and frameworks. You can search in this. The same, you had the right window opened.
Oh, okay.
It was the same pop-up, but in the search bar you might want to search for JDK or Java.
Color scheme, that's not what we want. Editor, that's not what we want. JDK, I'll try that. Not really it. Now you mentioned that it could be in tools. Don't see anything there. I'm gonna check it.
But you'd run the app, from what I remember, with Flutter.
Yeah, it does run.
So you can check one more thing. Is that you can check your Flutter config? You can check.
Yeah, one person in chat is saying that we could say flutter config -- jdk -dir and give that a path. I'm willing to try that.
Yeah. Piotr is a member of a patrol team. So
you patrol fellows.
Thanks, Piotr, for giving this input.
All right, so the path here for us is our Java home.
Maybe we can check what's it's like set to right now, for like out of curiosity.
So is this, if I run this command with no value, will it just print the current config for that? No.
Okay.
It needs an argument.
So.
All right. So for us, this is going to be Java home /bin.
No, because JDK dir is only Java home. I know it's.
Because we don't want the bin.
Yes. It's
okay,
just.
I don't need these quotes.
They have their own.
Okay, you may need to restart any open editors. I don't care about that because I'm just going to.
I'm thinking why it doesn't work for you.
Yeah, we'll do a Flutter doctor -v. Next, downgrade Java for easy solution. Totally willing to do that if anyone knows.
I'm not sure if downgrading Java is the easy solution.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've not found that to be easy in the past. Go to app build Gradle under compile option, change it to Java version 17. That's interesting. I don't know if it would honor that all the way through, but all right, what did this say? It looks like it's
maybe
try changing it. Yeah. Sounds good. Try changing the Java version 17. All right, so someone's saying I actually do need to restart the terminal to take effect. That's even for the Flutter config? It's not like a path thing. I mean...
Okay, let's do that. You can just remove the terminal in here. This garbage can, yeah.
Yeah, certainly willing to try. That would be surprising to me in terms of how the Flutter tool is implemented, if that used something in the terminal session and not like a Flutter config file where the value has been written to.
We don't know if you even have Java 17 in your computer, or even like what's your what's your Android Studio Java? Because it should just work with Android Studio. We did that because we just use Android Studio stuff. Because usually people just want to use Android Studio stuff. So that's
how do I even find my Java version in Android Studio?
Maybe we can ask Gemini.
Yeah, that's not a bad question, not a bad thought. My knowledge of the inner workings of Android, as everyone is seeing, very low. Very low.
They say it's in Build Tools Gradle. It was in Settings under the Gradle section. In Build Tools, Build Execution and Deployment.
Okay.
Build Tools.
And then Build Tools. Okay. Gradle.
Okay. You have JBR21. Oh, and you can change. So they have two JBRs. You have two JBRs in the same directory. Like how it's working that it's in the same directory. I don't know. I'm not a Java guy, but you can use it.
So there's 17 and then JBR 17. I guess we'll use Android Studio 1 JBR.
So maybe
apply. I'm just clicking buttons. I'm just doing it. YOLO.
Does that work for Android Studio or for all terminals? And why does that work?
Well, we don't know that it works yet.
And why it's like you have two of them in different versions, but they say it's in the same directory.
I know, same path.
Like a lot of questions, very hard to answer right now.
Maybe what's in those paths are, they're like links to something else and it's going to swap what they link to. No, I just didn't do it.
But you had another version there that was pointing to some directory. Maybe you should just use that. You had another 17 that was in your library Java, virtual machines. Maybe,
so the other thing
we could have this.
You can grab this path.
Yeah.
All right, so let me grab a terminal here so I can look at these at the same time. All right, so the thing here was config, and I'm going to make this now library Java virtual machines.
Yeah, JDK.
JDK 17. Great.
Contents home.
Okay. So now here, I'm very willing to nuke this terminal if it doesn't work, but I do want to test. It just doesn't feel like that should be in a terminal session.
Yeah,
I don't know how it's implemented in the Flutter tool, so we'll all find out. If it doesn't work, we restart the terminal.
I also don't.
Big money, big money, big money.
Okay,
it's
something's
not
happening. Something's happening. It's cool. Those are just
That's fine.
usual Gradle stuff that prints infos in red.
Thanks, Gradle. Thanks, Gradle. Didn't have high enough anxiety.
We are further than before because we didn't see that.
Yeah,
this is the most important thing in development cycle. Are you further than
before? A new
error. Yes, new error.
There was a stream that I had.
Look
oh my
at your
gosh,
emulator.
Stuff.
Let's put the emulator. Maybe it will, because it's the other app. It should open the other app
not
probably.
Attached to the app yet.
Let's see if it's just open it or.
Okay, how do we start attached to the app? Well, so now what do I do? Is it still running?
It should be
it's
another
doing
app.
stuff.
Yeah,
Emulators
because,
coming to life.
Cool.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and we are here, and now we are starting the actual stream.
It only took an hour and 1 minute.
It's cool. I actually was worried that we couldn't do this Java thing. But now you are in this hot restart mode, so you can go to your terminal. You can put it on top, first, like we said, so that it's easier for everyone. So now you can go to your terminal and put R, and you just get rerun
error. We did have it.
Yeah. So let's see why it's failing. So let's see your test. You are initializing your app. We just pump and settle our app. You will write your code here, and at the end of the test, at the quiz, you will see the start again button. We will wait until it's visible, and this is the end of the test. So first, what you need to do,
I see.
First, so this is the reason why you have this model of location is because most of people writing integration tests, they are angry because they cannot skip it, and because they cannot integrate with Android stuff. So now you can write your first line, which is in your, after your comment, write your code here. So your $sign is your patrol tester.
The patrol integration tester.
Yeah, so normally if you use widget tests or golden tests, and you use just patrol finders for widget test, you just have a $sign with everything related to Flutter. But when you use integration tester, on your $sign, you have another property. You can do .native. Yeah.
I love this naming convention. Native and native 2.
No, yeah, this is, native 2 is very funny. It's experimental API that we want to, actually we want to make it native and delete native, like, so we don't want to maintain native and native 2, because we know that
switcheroo.
It's just because we want to test some stuff with our QA team. So you have something like is permission dialog visible, because not every time you will have that visible, and you don't want flakiness. So you can await that, and if it's true, you can actually grant the permission. So you can do, again, $native, and you can do grant permission only this time, for example. And also await it. Okay, you can save the file now and go to your terminal and hit R.
This is about the you LeanCode. You devs, you folks at LeanCode, you're about to pop off. This is going to be nuts when this hits.
All right, so as you can see, we are in. Thanks. So we are in. So let's go.
It happened so fast, I actually missed it. Yeah.
So
we want to go to the quiz, right?
Yeah. So I have you can go to the docs, and we have a cheat sheet for you, so that you can be a Patrol Finder developer right away. On the left side, in the documentation, you have the emulator, right? So sorry about it.
It's okay. No, we'll make it work.
You have cheat sheet.
Oh, that's so good.
So that you don't have to read the docs, and you just have infographics. So basically, from the start, you can see, so that people, the first is how you find things. So you use the $sign, and it's callable. You can call the $sign. You can call it by text. If you pass the string, it means you want to just find something by text. If you pass the type, like a text field, you just find by type. You can also pass a regex, so you want to find containing text, or the icon, like with usual Flutter Finder, but you just skip the part of the
text
boilerplate. Yeah.
So we're going to await. Go to the quiz.
Click, and you just want to, exactly. So let's save it and hot restart. Some people ask why not hot reload. It's basically only because it makes little sense in the terms of testing.
For sure.
Because it's totally doable. We use the same API like with Flutter attach or something like that. It's just that usually you want to rerun the test. So
Yeah, it would make no sense to like because we don't. If we just hot restarted, like how would it know to skip this code?
yeah,
I guess we wrote
exactly.
this in a way that it would need to skip it, but the whole test isn't necessarily going to be that way. Like, how would it know to skip this code? So yeah, I agree.
Exactly. So
Now nothing's
what's with
happening.
the maybe again hit it again? I don't know why it should just work.
I
If it's not,
agree.
you
It
can.
really should.
I'm sorry. Yeah, if it's not, you can just
Start again.
yeah, you can do Q or Control C, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, to Control C. That's all right.
But it's usually I don't know what happened here. But I had today for this quiz I had Patrol develop running for
Apparently you said.
yeah.
Apparently earlier you said you wrote the docs so that no one needs to read the docs.
Yeah.
Which was obvious. And then Esra's proposing native final 2 underscore for real this time underscore no but seriously.
Maybe.
All right, it's trying to
Hi
attach
Ezra, by the
end.
way. I didn't see you here. Hello. I can see a lot of friends from Flutter conferences in here. Hello.
Oh, it clicked it. Let's go. Nice. Pretty great. Oh, I just realized oh no, I don't have 2 spaces there. All right, whatever. Okay, so we click this. Now I want to click start.
Exactly.
Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. A lot of people did say
Yes.
that I was going to be the next Freddie Mercury. A lot of people. They were all wrong, but they were saying it.
Why it's not maybe can you see your emulator and go to the like the app drawer, because I think we actually might have installed 2 versions of the same app, like 2 times in your emulator, because first you installed
I see. Oops. Nope,
can you just
Stop
clear all the apps and
Why won't this go up? Don't I just... It's not doing it.
so you can
Oh my goodness. Some of these apps are like invincible. They cannot be deleted.
yeah, I can see. So you have so stable environment, you know. Okay, so what we might do? Okay, let's delete it.
There. Oh, come on. We're so close.
What's like? I never saw that in Android. Like,
see that?
How did you do that? This is interesting.
Wow. Just good stuff. Can I like... Here we go. Pause app. Yeah, okay. All right, now let's go to the... There we go. Here we go.
Okay, so you can open the drawer and you can see you have 2 times dev challenge, so you can just delete both of them, because probably it will try to find the app by its name or something. It's paused.
Yeah, how do
Paused it. How to do that? Unpause it. I don't
Well,
know
I want to...
what it means.
I don't want to really unpause it. I want to delete it.
So now you can maybe delete it.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing. This is so good. So on an actual Android device, you just click and hold. Oh, there, it's up top. There
you have,
that's right.
yeah.
Uninstall. There we go. Okay, it's been a while since I've used Android. I had an Android device for a long time, and then it reached end of life.
Okay, now I think we will have 1 version of this app only. So you can now run the...
Folks, We're troubleshooting the troubleshooter. All right. So that's pretty great for us. Now, do I need to run Flutter?
No.
Run. I don't need to do that. This will do everything.
No. Just develop.
Incredible. Incredible. Pretty excited to watch this start working. So intuitive indeed. Yeah. One of my main goals with this stream is to remind everyone that if you ever feel like a big dumb idiot, you shouldn't feel bad, because I regularly feel like a big dumb idiot. Oh, new emulator? Good idea. Yeah. I could also get a new computer. That might be a good idea. All right, it's cooking through the thing. Oh, all right.
Great.
There we go.
Closer and closer.
So we need a nickname. So now I'm going to try to use the cheat sheet like a good little boy. This is not what my high school teachers thought of cheat sheets, but they were wrong. So I'm going to grab a text field, and I will await that. Give me the text field. And now import that, probably from Flutter material. And now we will type. No. All right, let's back to the cheat sheet. I should actually read the cheat sheet. Oh, yes, @1. So it's cursor position and then enter text.
No. @1. No. @1 means that cheat sheet. Look at that cheat sheet again on the left side.
Oh, it's the number of text fields. Got it.
Yeah.
Yes. See, I can't even a cheat sheet doesn't help me. Enter text.
You can just enter text. Exactly.
Big dumb idiot. There we go.
Let's try with the reload right now. And
it's thinking.
Yeah,
it's scooting
working
through the thing. Big dumb idiot.
Okay.
Oh man, it typed that fast. Love it. Love it. Okay, now I need to click the patrol color. Oh, and you shuffle the colors, you little devil.
Yeah, I did put a little helpful comment for you on this one. It's like at the top of the main function.
Main.dart.
No. The same file, main function.
Oh,
in this.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna see PT colors for color constants. Great, but I still need to then select something by the color, I guess, or maybe I need. I expected a longer cheat sheet. I'm a prolific cheater, but I like to put all the answers on my cheat sheets.
You have something like which. It's you here, and you can actually check on some properties.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, cool. So await. Now, the thing is, I would probably want to look up, like, is it a container? Is it a colored box? I think a container just uses
so
a
you
colored
can
box
use DevTools. You should have DevTools already. The link to the DevTools should be there inside your Patrol Develop if you want to use the DevTools. And if you, because no, it is in your terminal. In your terminal, it's
so I type what
at the top,
to launch DevTools.
At the top, you should have the link. It will be.
Oh,
there.
right. RVM is listening. That's not the one.
No. It will be like the DevTools, and it will be in green. It's no. It's another command.
Yeah, I'm like totally not following what you're saying. Yeah. Is it going to be in?
You can
my terminal output?
You can do Command F in your terminal, so that it's. Oh yeah, you can. You randomly had it.
All right. Well, I was at the top and I scrolled down a little bit. There we go.
Should be something like that. Somewhere in your logs at the beginning, but this is the different URL. It probably won't work right now because it was in your previous
that was before I re-killed it or relaunched. Okay, so we want this one.
You could be able to just command click that.
Oh yeah, well that also didn't work. No, that is the last one.
Are you sure?
All right, so it's saying that the patrol extension page can't be found.
No, it's the old, I think, one.
Just wrong link.
Maybe not.
Yeah,
okay, so I can tell you the.
Oh, here's this one. But why is this one not? Yeah, that one
go
is
to home screen.
truncated.
Maybe it's.
What do you mean? Go to home screen?
You can. You went to this DevTools, and then you had this go to home screen. Okay, no, because it has to have a full link. So where's the link? Okay, I can.
I'm just gonna start it again.
I can help you with the actual widget if you want to.
Well, I think looking at doing the DevTools thing would be.
DevTools thing is great because we also have our own card, like extension
Yeah,
in the
I
DevTools. So I would like to show the people why they could use it and what for.
Yeah, I do want to do the full thing. Catching up on chat a little bit. I'm quite behind. +1 for the fanatics of clearing the terminal every 2 commands. Oh gosh, I feel so seen. Wow. That is it. Okay. So we're looking for the one and only link to the doodad, which is right there. And it popped up. And here we go.
And it just worked. Great. So here we have an extension for native views. You can just tap on native view hierarchy here. And you will see the native views because sometimes you would like to know what to actually tap on if you have some native views, because here if you tap on something, they're just simply the views that are made by Flutter, because Flutter makes native views for accessibility. So if you tap on them, you probably see on the right side that, for example, you have content description. To confirm you're not a robot, that's how semantics works under the hood, the widget semantics widget.
Yeah, okay.
So that content description can be read by screen readers, right? So, but still, it's for native view because sometimes you want to, for example, tap on, I don't know, PayPal SDK, and you don't have the code for that. You don't know what are their IDs or everything that you could actually select.
Right.
So that's why we have this extension, so that you know what to put inside your native selectors, because you can actually tap on anything you want with native.
This is pretty cool. We can see here the different color boxes. I presume that's what these views are. But
you can go to your usual DevTools, like Flutter DevTools as well. It's just, our extension. You have the inspector, I believe.
There we go.
And why you don't have the whole widget tree?
Is this a quiz? Oh, no, you know the answer. Great.
Sorry, because this is also funny. There's a lot of obstacles that there are with when you are trying to do it from the sideload some tool. Like here, it's looking for your files, so that DevTools, like Flutter Inspector, would like to know where is your code, so that it knows what classes it should display. So when you go to this config icon on the right side of the config, in this a bit lower, in this in this corner, Flutter Inspector settings. Here you have your package directories, and you can see that because of you ran your test from integration test directory, It only added integration test directory. So if you add the same path but without integration test, so you add your lib or your whole root, it will automatically just work, like just know that it is your code. So usually if you run it from the lib, I think there's an issue for that because we can't, So now it should just work. And we cannot just fix it because like we can, but we can only inside the Flutter inspector. So hopefully it will get resolved one day, and then even if you use integration test or patrol or anything related to not running files from the lib directory, it would just work.
Got it. All right, so I'm looking. Oh, now I can just click here. This is the patrol color. Oh no, wait. Why did that? What do I have to do it again to?
You won't see the select widget mode.
Oh, okay.
Because the tests could not run in that mode. But you can see here. You can just search.
What would I search for? I don't know.
PT colors, or it's actually selectable box or something like that. Selectable box, I believe. I don't know.
I feel like searching for something when I don't yet know the name of the widget. Now,
it's true.
Presumably,
you would
I've
see that on the right
widget.
side. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I just know it. Sorry.
Yeah. No. In theory, I've written this widget, so this hunt is fairly academic. But yeah, I mean, eventually,
But I agree.
All right, so anyway, here they all are, and this is the fourth one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would be the color that we find in this one. And where is the color? Background decoration. Here we go, I think. Yeah. All right, here we go. Now, can I select something by this color, or is that not going to work?
You have, no, let's try to, what you can do actually is you can try await this selectable box, and you can do, because here you don't see all of your widget properties. It's just how it works. Your selectable box actually has, in code, has more, like has color. It should have just something that's called color.
I see.
Like the widget of selectable box. So when you will have your code and you will use selectable box, that's from our code, I believe. Yeah. So, and you can use the switch. It's, you have to pass the type again, because we cannot, in current state of Dart, we cannot infer that, because you could find anything. So this has a color, and you can compare it to your PT colors, which is PT. I think PT is actually capitalized.
There we go. LC yellow.
Yeah. LeanCode yellow. And you can tap on it.
Yeah, dot tap. Okay. So, all right, I got to get a little more space for the code here. This is getting hard to read. So we're looking at all the selectable boxes, which we painstakingly looked at in DevTools. Didn't really help us that much because you still had to tell a selectable box, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Because we saw how to do DevTools things. No, it's okay. Yeah, like we said, in theory, we would have written this screen and already known the name selectable box, and we would have known that we were looking for the property color. But it's nice to look at the DevTools.
In the reality, we would use keys probably, because the best practices for writing tests
for sure
is that you just use keys that you define.
Right.
And
the key could have the hex value or something very predictable. Okay, clicked it. It's got a check mark.
Yes. You have 2 left.
All right, so now we need to select. Basically, we just need this again for ready.
No. You have 1 of 3 selected. It's on your emulator.
Oh,
You are
see.
a robot again, yeah.
I am a robot. That's so good. Okay, does it only return one? It returns a finder matching, which also fulfills.
It's like by widget predicate from Flutter. It just adds another predicate. So
okay. So do I have to do 3 of these? Is that the idea?
I think it's the best idea for now.
All right. So your other colors are the white. So it's the 3 in the middle, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So that's going to be dot.
They're all LC, starting
black.
with LC so that it's easier.
That's so good. LC white. You love it. Love it. Okay. Rerun. Well, I tell you what, we have made. Oh yeah, where? That's what I was looking for.
So
That's
now
what I was looking for. Cool. And they were shuffled, but now they're selected again.
So now is the hard part, actually, because you have to actually slide it, like you would slide it with your finger.
We do this. Oh, that does sound hard. Okay, I thought I was just going to tap ready.
So,
all right. Back to the DevTools,
so
I think.
Basically, what you want to do is you want to scroll.
Mm-hmm.
And no, we don't support select widget mode for now.
Okay.
Yeah, we will, but we can't. So
God bless it.
It should be something like ready or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I keep seeing this or jump out at me, and it's
because
like I don't see the word or on the screen.
It's a separate page. Remember that you have all your pages are built in your widget tree, like as siblings, I would say, in the navigator. That's why your page that you're looking at should be like the last page, form page.
Well, form page is the one we actually need.
Yeah, it's this is like the default stuff in Navigator in Flutter.
Gosh. All right, here we go. Ready
Slide
to
action.
slide.
You can see this widget.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, okay. So that's the oh no, slide action, that's the whole thing. But I need to click on the arrow. Is that right? By like the icon?
Probably. I would use the icon.
All right, so let's look at this icon. Icon data, blah, blah, blah. Do I need to know? I guess I can just do this.
Yeah, but I can, if you use VS Code and you type icons, and you would have, if you type icons dot, you would see all of them, and you can
which one it is?
Do arrow. Okay, you don't have a preview because I have preview.
Yeah, I've had previews before. I don't know why, but not for a long time actually.
It's arrow right alt.
Great.
If you want to know.
I do want to know. All right, so I would need to. Yeah, things are going to get real interesting now. I don't think the cheat sheet is going to have. So we need to press, not release, move, and then release.
Yes, exactly. What you want to do actually is perform a scroll, like from our perspective of like what user would think. So you can see in this cheat sheet that we have something like scroll to. So usually you can see here that if you have a widget you want to scroll to, which is important because here it's very important, like the wording is very important in this matter of scrolling. You can use .scroll to onto that, but it means that we will find a scrollable because by default, again, we love defaults. Default way of doing things is that you have one scrollable. but it's not always the case. Like here, scroll to means that you scroll until you see something. So you don't want to see arrow right. You would like to see some next screen, right? Something that's further. So you want to scroll this arrow for so long until you see, like you would do as a human, as long as something happens. So you can try doing that. I
need to actually scroll it.
Yeah, and you will see what happens. Yeah, you can tap anything on the screen. It's because we are not pumping. You're not the pumping frames all the time. If you want to pump all the time, you can change the policy.
So we need to. It was like when the quiz will start in.
Yeah. Or
so
question,
do I pass another selector
or the question.
Here?
You can do question like
true.
here.
Yeah. And it'll just it'll keep pumping until it gets here.
Yeah, exactly. So you can do dollar question, but in the first place, because you want to scroll to that.
I'm so smart.
You know what I mean? So you just do dollar question and then you do dot scroll to, because you want to scroll to that. In this particular strange scenario.
But how will it know to scroll the arrow? Or if
we will pass the arrow. Correctly. Yeah, we will pass the arrow, because inside scroll to, you can say which view you want to scroll.
Oh.
Because in typical situations, not like here, you just have one scrollable. It's vertical, and you just want to scroll a list or something, and it will just work. But here it's a very specific scenario. So you can pass this icon. Yes, exactly. So you can actually run this and you will see what happens, so that you will figure out how to fix it.
Yeah, I'm wondering, do I need to do like this or something?
Okay, you can do that. It's cool. You can do 1 per 3.
Okay.
To be more specific. Let's see and look closely at what's happening.
Okay, so tap, tap, tap. It's trying to scroll. It's not. Yeah, I wasn't really able to scroll.
So you could see that the direction of scroll was.
Oh, it was scrolling up. Yes.
Yeah. So.
Axis direction, scroll direction. Okay, and then we may need another thing as well. Scroll direction, axis direction dot right. Okay. And then what are some of these other ones?
Okay, let's see now.
Okay, so tap, tap, tap. It's scrolling. It's actually moving things to the left, because that would, I guess, move content to the right. So we need to go left.
Yeah, I also, it's also not so intuitive for me, but
it can be taught. All right, so that was the error that I was kind of anticipating. So drag duration. So we need to drag for longer, I'm guessing. Step is interesting. That could be something, maybe shorthand for something else. Scrolls view and direction until it's trying to find that. Oh,
I would use step.
Oh, step. Okay.
And then you can change the drag duration, so you will see how they are interfering, like how they work with each other.
Okay, I picked a random number. We'll see if this is like 100 pixels or something. Seems to be about 100 pixels. So let's try 500. Now, what I can imagine wanting to do is programmatically determining this off like the media query. So 500 worked.
Yeah.
But I could imagine
drag duration you would make your scroll slower. So it would be the same 500, but it would just do it slower. You know what I mean?
Got it. Yep.
Okay, we can. It
So
was
is
the
there
hardest.
a way, by the way, yeah, but satisfying to do. Is there a way to determine this programmatically at runtime? Like if, the test version of a layout builder or something where I need to calculate this based on different window sizes. Is that a thing?
Basically, you could have infinity, like maybe not infinity, but you could have 2000 in here. But because it still waits until question 1 per tree is visible. If it would be visible earlier, it would stop scrolling. It's but yeah,
but
it's
imagine a
hard
different
to.
scenario where I have like a specific drag and drop UI, and I just, it needs at render time, it's going to be 40% of the available width is like how far the user has to do it. And I need to make sure that it works when they get to 40%. And if they overshoot, that's bad. So like, I can't do that in my test. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can still use the same techniques like you would use with your widget test, because you still have your tester. You can get your element render object. You can do all the magic that you would do with your Flutter code.
Right. Okay, cool. That makes sense. And now that you say it, it seems obvious. All right. So now we need to actually pass the quiz.
And here it's good to read the questions, because they are each word counts, I would say.
Yeah. So we want an elevated button. Yeah, we kind of want to test like basically a centered widget within an elevated button widget. That feels like it would be sufficient for this question. So we would, if that's true, need like inheritance or something, or like child of.
It's at the top or somewhere of this. Yeah.
So container, click. So we just chain. Yeah, you love to see it.
Yeah, it was the first thing about the jQuery stuff. The first thing we thought is let's chain it.
Elevated button.
So that it's more, idiomatic.
Centered, center. And then tap. I think that should basically do it. I'm gonna actually leave myself a comment here. Question 1. And then
it's funny because you missed the Flutter string, and maybe it will work. It worked. Nice. You hacked it.
Oh, is the intention to do it a different way?
Because it was said that you want to tap on a FlutterCon button that has FlutterCon text inside, but it was the only with the center.
Yeah,
they all have FlutterCon. It's true.
Okay, so next one, click the elevated button, which is placed in a list, tile with a dash icon. Click on an elevated button, which is placed in a list tile. So I think that means C.
Yeah.
But like, it does mean C is what we want.
Maybe the wording on our side is wrong.
So I would just say like with
fix us. Yeah.
Yeah, with a dash icon, and then it's missing a couple words because like this one has a dash icon. Oh, but it's not in the list tile, I guess, is the thing. Anyway, all right.
Yeah,
after I thought about
it should be in a list tile that's having a dash icon or something like that. Yeah.
Well, now that I thought about it more, it's actually clear because these both have a dash icon, but they don't both have a list tile, so that's fine. All right, so we're going to do a list tile, and then, goodness gracious, and then an icon dash, icons dash.
It's the Flutter dash, I think.
Oh, and then is it outlined or something?
No, I believe it's just Flutter dash.
All right, so that should do question 2.
I think it should fail actually, but we will see.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, you saw the
Yep.
target. Yeah.
Didn't click the button. Okay. All right, fun. So we need to do some sibling action here, I presume. Is this also captured in the cheat sheet?
Yes, it is. It is.
All right. Oh, containing. Containing is what we need.
So containing basically returns the left side of the operation.
Wonderful.
It just ensures that it's containing the right side.
All right, so it's the list tile containing this, but then we need to basically select the elevated button.
Exactly.
Now this, I think, should work. Oh, this feels good. I haven't chained stuff together this long since literally jQuery. Since like 2011.
Yeah, we are.
All right.
We are
closer and
closer to the final.
All right, click on the third button that is enabled. Ooh, okay, that's fun. Oh, this one's going to be involved. All right, so we need to scroll until the third thing. So we've already seen some scroll to, and we saw that at selector. So I'm just going to grab the scroll here. And then we'll try to modify. So we are going to...
So now you can use the scroll to in a way that's in a cheat sheet, actually. You can just have a thing that you want to scroll to and just scroll to. Because this is a typical scenario where when you just... It's easy for Patrol to figure out which scrollable you would like to use.
Cool. All right. So that would be... How do I... oh, I see. So I need to do... Which? What was it? Yeah, which. And then this is going to be... Is this an elevated button again?
Yeah, but the click finder on the left would return a text widget for you. So probably it would be hard to... Yeah. But yeah, it's cool because you are just looking for a button and not for its content.
So enabled equals true, I'm guessing. All right, so we've got the button, and then we want at position 3. Was it 0 index or probably at 2?
Of course. So it's harder.
Right, so at 2 for the third one, naturally, and then we scroll to it. And do we need any of these?
Nope.
No, we don't. So button that's active, third one, scroll to it, and then tap. I'm going to read some chat while it cooks. Verde, loving the syntax, aren't we all? Look at it, scroll and tap. Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, we are very close.
We sure are, because we need to get some permissions and grant them.
Yeah, but here it's better to use grant permission when in use, because if I discovered that if you have only this time, it only works when you have only this time. And it's a bug, and we will fix it. Sorry.
Okay. All right. That's fair. This is pretty exciting stuff. Scroll to API still a little confusing a bit. Yeah, I'd probably use it a couple times, and then I think it'll settle in.
We could have 2 APIs maybe. Like scroll to.
I would definitely need to like think about it if I was going to write a scroll to on my own. All right. Anyway. Oh, it didn't. That didn't work. I did save the
now
file.
you can. Interesting.
Now, I mean, that's not an option, right? It's just allow and not allow. Huh.
Yeah, but in the docs, we say that you
That
can
it should work.
just use it. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm just going to try this one.
This is interesting. Maybe.
Well, either way, I think that we've demonstrated a lot of.
Yeah, I can see what happened. It's because right now, okay, you can actually, because right now your app still has it, right?
Oh, so the app is actually just stuck. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, you could have in this first line of your test, you could have that. But if in normal scenario, if you test it again or you have it on in your Firebase test lab or anything, it would
A fresh device, everything.
You could see it again because it's isolated and each test is reset with the permissions. But now if you restart, of course, you won't see the dialog and your if statement will just return false. If you would rerun the whole patrol develop or the commands or not only the test inside, then the native app would restart. Okay, so now we have to only tap on the notification that says tap me to finish the quiz. So how to do it? First we have a it's a native world. So we have to go to the native world. Open notifications means that it will open the tray.
Okay.
You can see how it works. It's just that. And you can see what happens. And then you will see what to do next.
I tell you what, development is a lot easier when you've got 132 people looking over your shoulder, pointing out every time you do something wrong. It makes me feel a lot better at my job.
Okay, so now we only have to tap it. You can do it. Okay.
I just tapped it.
Okay. I thought we can do it programmatically, you know.
Well, we will next time. But I've learned that we're going to need to dismiss the native notifications, so I just clicked it. All right. So can I, let's see, how do I select from native land? Because I need to find that text and then... I wonder if this is...
You have tap.
Yeah, I saw tab, but does that come before the selector, or do we pass it a selector or something?
You can either tap on a selector.
A selector.
We named it selector because we didn't want to mess up with the finder nomenclature. Like finders are for Flutter. So in native world, we just came up with selector so that it's not... people won't get confused. So the tap that you use in here is just the general tap. You could tap on anything that's on Android or iOS. Also, we provide tap on notification, which will find a notification. So you can use this as well, like you are doing here, and you will just pass the selector, which is...
And the selector is not a normal $ thing, right?
No.
This is a finder.
Yes. You just use the selector class.
Oh, we literally... Okay.
Maybe we could provide another thing, but you can use text contains if you don't want to type all of the stuff that was in the notification.
I think it started with tab.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I would do.
All right, this would be pretty darn cool. Looking good. Look at it scroll. Look at it tap. Open those notifications. Hey!
Yeah. So all tests passed.
Oh my goodness! I'm getting an Amber Alert on my phone. Oh no, it's a tsunami warning. Oh my goodness. I am in danger. Get away from coastal waters. This is a real alert coming in. There is a tsunami warning coming to my house. A series of strong waves and strong currents may impact coasts near you. You are in danger. Well, I may need to end the stream.
I think it's cool that we actually finished the test,
Yeah. We there was some more stuff you wanted to get to. We kind of lost time on that from whatchamacallit. And yeah, I think I need to check out whether or not I'm about to be hit by a tsunami. So
It sounds like a good idea.
well, folks, I'm gonna wrap up the show fairly quickly here. Never had this happen before. Mati, thank you for coming on. Thank you for building Patrol. Thank you for showing us all how this works. I know you've given talks about it. You've given workshops. Now you're on Observable Flutter. You guys are really doing everything you can to make sure that the Flutter community is aware of Patrol. Obviously, the native integration part is just kind of unavoidably complicated to both set up and then to test. So we kind of futzed around with some of the setup friction here, but mostly that was just because I'm on weird versions of everything. But any closing words on your end before we wrap up?
So thank you very much for inviting me here and allowing me to be part of this and, playing around with Patrol. I think that if you people want to check out Patrol, go to our docs because we have a prepared IDX environment for you, so you can just hop into Project IDX straight from our site. If you don't want to install Patrol, you just want to try and use it, it will just get opened and you will see your test running. And also we sent this type form. That is the feedback form for Patrol. So if you use or don't use Patrol, please send us feedback. And I think the last, thank you all, people. And stay safe, Craig. This is important.
Yeah, I guess I need to think about what is the highest ground around me and maybe literally go to it. I have no idea. But I am kind of close to the coast, so I'm going to go. So love you all. Mati, thank you. Viewers,
Thanks.
Should be back next week if my house isn't washed away. And I'm gonna head out. So love you all.
Thanks. Bye.